What's up? Back here with the digital brain video, and let's talk about why you shouldn't chase money. So here's the main problem with chasing money. It splits your focus. Now, remember those days where you were in survival mode and you ended up doing 5 or 6 things just to make ends meet? I've been there before, but I realized that if you're maybe doing just 1 or 2 things, now let's say it's a job and then you are working on your dream or a business, or you are working on a passion project. What you don't understand is that you are more powerful if you're the Starbucks barista that is working on her book for the next 12 months than the person who has a corporate job that has kids and has a bunch of other things going on, and then on top of that they're trying to still work on their dreams. But because of the obligations they have created in their life, it's kind of hard to reach their goals. That's why I say there's nothing wrong with obligations. You just need to minimize them before they start to eat your life. And you might need to pretty much work on your dream first and consider that before you actually move forward with, like anything you want to do in life. Because you don't want to be in a situation where you have to feed people, like your kids, or, you have a wife and you have a family to take care of. That won't, I'm not saying it can't be done. It's just a lot more harder, and your focus is split into so many ways that it's hard for your brain to compartmentalize, if that's the word. But just think about that for a minute. This is one of the biggest issues for most people. They have a fear-based mindset. So your brain is telling you, well, this is stable money, so I need to do more of this to survive. Or there's some sort of socio-economic factor. They care more about the Lambo and what people are gonna think than the actual work that they have to put in to get to a certain place. For instance, for me, I said, fuck it. I'm gonna do a job that's not really that prestigious. I'm gonna make enough money, but I'm gonna build this media company on the side. Meaning I'm gonna do all the social media content stuff, video. And what that has allowed me to do is up my skills and learn each day, because most of the people that I know that are trying to get into these areas are looking for fast money, and fast money dies. I especially noticed this in the Notion space and a lot of other spaces where they spend so much time trying to get people to get emails. And I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like you're just trying to get clients for the sake of getting clients. You're not trying to build any longevity here. You're just trying to quit your job real quick. And that is not the mindset. The mindset is have a job or have an income that will consistently come in while you're doing your thing, because that is where you can charge for free on certain things. And I'm not saying everything should be free, but let's think about it like this. If your brain is already scrambling to survive, it's much harder for you to build the trust with an audience versus content creation or video. Or it's hard for you to build a product and get a user base because you're trying to charge an arm and a leg for everything. I'll beat other creators over and over and over. And I mean long term, because some go viral, they make a bunch of money, they get out. But what about the ones that, like PewDiePie or MrBeast, that couldn't get that many views in the beginning? Or not even just them, but if you look at Imagasi or some of the other creators, they didn't blow up that fast, and it took them a gradual time to grow. You might have to take the same approach, and there's nothing wrong with working the job. Don't let socioeconomic factors of what people think of you make you compel you. That's why I had to stop trying to chase money. It messes with your focus, and you'll be running so fast you actually won't get anywhere. Sometimes you have to take a step back and say, holy fuck, dude, I am running over a cliff. But no one tells you, or most people don't care because they're scared. And that's the thing. Look at your life and say, okay, is this gonna make me run over a cliff? And I had to take a huge setback. So this video isn't just a warning for you, but this is how I warned myself. I just became hip and self-aware to it and just realized that this is not the life you want. If you want to be a true creator, but you want to have true longevity, I don't care if you're making $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a month from content or even more. Of course, everyone can. They got the Facebook bonus stuff out there, and you can post and make some money. You know, you can make a lot of money from it, but that's not stable income. That's income you use to build your business. That's income you use to keep building. So keep a job. Get on your P's and Q's. But also, like, you know, keep the job, because I'm telling you, I grew more when I bit my pride and just said, I'm going to keep working. And that's the cool thing. Even after I made a good amount of money from social, I kept driving for Lyft. I didn't stop because I knew that, okay, over this course of time, this is going to be worth something. But I gotta be patient and bite my tongue. I can't be that person with all this pride and ego. And like, it also allows you to slow your life down, because it's like, okay, I'm doing this, but I'm not spending all day on the computer and that extra money. Doing this allows me to hire a freelancer to help me fill in some gaps, which allows me to grow, which has been the case for a while now, you know, and I'm starting to see the growth. And it's like, what I'm starting to realize is, if you're going after a goal and you don't have as much money or resources, it's better to keep your job, but be smart about how you're using those resources from your job. And then the money that you make from your side hustle, or from, you know, if you got a business on the side, keep using that to reinvest and save some money. That's what I've learned. And I think that has helped me build a foundation of not chasing money. It's so beautiful. But I will be proud of myself by the time I'm like, you know, a dad, and I have my wife and stuff like that. I will be so grateful that I gave up short-term gains, short-term bullshit, for a life of longevity and growth. And here's the interesting part. I noticed that in the data, it almost feels like I'm getting 300 years of growth just because I'm choosing to work instead, on top of doing my business stuff. Because the cool thing is that I'm doing something digital, and the nature of my business, because I'm not so beholden to being a YouTuber. Most creators can't just, you know, like say, oh, I can be off social media. But the way I built it was, well, I have these multiple Facebook pages. I also have these multiple Snapchat pages. I don't have to post as much as other YouTubers. You know, I have an email list. You know, I have other things going on to keep the ball rolling. And we're doing a lot of content development, with content that doesn't even have my face or my voice sometimes. So we're learning how to grow in other ways that most are scared to do, because they become so accustomed to a certain type of format. So we, in turn, us stopping the chase of money has helped us grow way quicker. Yes, we lost more money, and financially it seemed like not always a great decision, but now looking at it in hindsight from the past, it was the greatest decision I made and my small team made, because we realized that, holy crap, we're gonna grow way faster because we're just willing to like live like a normal person, not eat out too much, not do too much, not chase the money, and chase what got us to this point in the first place, which was creating the content. And we have started to come up with a system where it's content first, money second. We don't care about brand deals. We don't care about affiliate links. We don't care about making 10 grand a month. If we're making 2 to 3 grand a month, 4 grand a month, it's enough to get by. We do not care, because we know the other guys that are trying to focus too much on the 10 grand, it's gonna die in 3 years. And when we come in about 3 years, we'll have so many pages and so much growth and so much content and so much of a catalog that we can monetize as much of it as we want, and we'll have ad placement forever. So there's a new strategy to building something, but it's like, you know, in these strategies, I mean, these are from some of the top creators in the world, you know, that took the strategy. I think that if you can just get away from the idea of chasing money, your business will grow much faster. How many people had to go and buy a new Range Rover they couldn't afford because their business made a little bit of money, but it's enough to make the payment? I know a lot of people that did that. It's not smart, okay? People who are using the money, you know, it's okay to take risks to invest in the business. I think it's wrong when you just start buying shit willy-nilly that you don't need. Now, if it has something to do with the business, obviously that's debatable. But I've spent money just on stuff that's not really that great. But it was still related to the business, and selling it wouldn't have hurt as much because I was just selling something that was part of the business. But going to get a car on a car note, what if you can't make the payments at some point? You're fucking screwed, you know? So it's things like that where you just got to be careful, you know, be careful with the life you want to lead before you end up in the trenches. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, do not chase money. For the love of everything that you know, I would rather you go work at Walmart and start that fucking comic book you want to write, and then start submitting it as a pitch deck in emails before you go and work a corporate job you don't want to work, and it takes so much of your time plus your girlfriend. You'll never get that comic book out. I'm sorry. Sometimes you will, but I doubt it. Okay, so don't be scared to be the Starbucks barista. Don't be scared to be the guy that works at Walmart, and go and work on your dreams in your bedroom at night when no one's watching. All right, peace.